thing I mean, it's essential. It was good, was good, was good, was good. Deeper, anything else? Fine. Here we go. Sammy. Trying to do it. Here we go. Oh, no, double. Okay. Second. Good. You got my rotation up. These are going good. Sammy spawns in the dragon in my mouth. That was completely not. Being a bomber. It's a ringer. Or referring. On free red. Hold on, there's a second. Some comes with a snake. Get working. Down here on the comment and subscribe. For of course, follow Vandertime. And as your local internet, we plan for all of it. Purpose-built to react. When it gets busy, actually there's speed on the actual Aussies for song. No, I am. So, can make it feel like it's so be sure. Okay, so. Sono successi ma non stavo no. Ti cano di te dalla colpa su che sono. Che sono. Sono. E sì che si vanno. E vanno. 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 Mama, she just me fun. Elephant. Segundo corpo, escama passada, sempre acelerada. Vai ser culpada, nunca vai deixar nada. Ensina toda, e que ser nada. Yo, welcome viewer, welcome viewer. My first viewer was good. If you want to name or just yeah, welcome there. Um, I you're my first viewer, so huh? So good, so good, so good. Um, what's scary? Anything? My first. The world was made, and so is idea. Trains are changing solar, batteries to electric vehicles and updating to efficient cool electric cars to say on your wordle. No problem, video. Fox Calvert. Are the welcome back to Follow Me channel. How you doing? How you doing? Doing it. Sitting down because today we are talking about smart cards. You know, we have done a video on trading y'all done of my card. I never of my card. I played Mac. Yeah. I think every kid got a card game when they were younger, and it was either Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh. Were there any others? I think most people in Pokemon. Most people played Pokemon. No, but everybody had their own card game they played, or like collecting card game, buys and collector. Then we talk about the game, but over the last couple of years, trading card games have blown up popularity. Really, but it's also like this thing. Sure, game could be popular. I feel like Pokemon Walk is the actor. It's not really a game in a collector like Map of the Gap is a game that has very expensive cards, but people play Magic the Gathering a lot. Pokemon and the community of players is still big, but I feel like such a lots of people that just collect and don't play at all. They might play video games, but they just collect cards. And I think that also might be one of the reasons too. Because like if I got I actually it's not already. After all, it means people play with and money to put back into improving the experience. Right? Well, sadly, this couldn't be farther from the truth, especially from what we're going to focus on today. It seems like the wrong groups of people have found their ways to the community, and it's causing a lot of problems. Because of this, the game has gone from an exciting child's X sneakerheads have transitioned into the one. It's scalpers. Obviously, video, but it's guys that like getting PS5s and Jordan 1s and spent cheese clothes. Realize that the value of so high that now do what they do to fucking these kids and concert tickets and they fucking buy or go for and buy all of the individual fucking product and children and then go on a market and sell it for fucking 10 times what it's worth. Activity all out war. So let's talk about the dark side of collecting. Pokemon cards. I never thought I would say that. Why not? Jesus Christ. But first, we have to ask ourselves what exactly is the problem?
which if you haven't been on any social media, you may have never seen it, but chances are I watch Pokemon card. I watch Ricky. I watch Macmo. I watch the influencers that I enjoy watching because it's fun. It's fun. It's gambling. It's because I'm a gambler. It's watching people gamble. Spends $150 on a fucking Pokemon card to open cards and get either really good shit for nothing or watching someone gamble. And that's fun. Or you've seen people signing cards, physical violence. So what do you need gambling? Because they're pack opening in hopes of getting a good value card. A pack is worth more sealed than open, but an open pack has the potentiality to boost a card that is worth, if not thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Through stores to grab stocks. It's an all-out blood war right now, ladies and gentlemen. The value of rare and vintage Pokemon cards has gotten astronomically high, unbelievably high. And the fact that mainstream creators were joining in, which they kind of games are joining in, especially considering people were holed up inside their homes. That kid missing the rest of the kid bot were holed up inside stuck in the fucking case. That oh my god. I don't know. It took the metal top off of those mini sweat. How is it fitting in this back side their homes with stimulus checks to spend on frivolous things? Which remember the Olympus craze? A lot of dumb those back then. Or that. Or I kept getting the same guy too. So I got look at one. It's just like text them. I should just give me your number. This essentially turned the card into stock investments. And with this came the rapid growth of Pokemon scalpers, people who buy products with the explicit goal of selling them on secondary markets. And a lot of them won't even buy them to open. And that annoys me. But every Pokemon pack guy does them because you collect boxes. Because those boxes go guaranteed. Out. If you open a box and you fucking start, $5 card that might be $1 in 10 years. If you keep the box sealed, potential chance that that box has a shitload of fucking money value in it from the card that you put full. You're not going to lose light sleeves, but if you keep that box, sell that $100, $200 box for about $10,000 in 20 years. For a higher price. This can make enjoying the hobby difficult for a player who just wants to play the game. Not only does it now become more difficult to buy new packs and box sets, but some become desperate enough to buy it for raised price because they become unavailable, thus justifying scalpers to continue scalping. Evil business. Go through then spreading their target. All the stocks out just because people are hoarding Pokemon cards like fucking gold. Now, like, see this either. This annoys me. If you want to buy the boxes, one pack keep one because you want to fucking collect it. Gives a fuck. But this guy actually just has an entire room full of fucking Pokemon cards. Then raise the prices. There's probably a studio apartment in Burbank, California, stacked with Pokemon cards. There's a guy scalping cards online with even recently, LEGO announced that official Pokemon sets are coming in 2026, and people are already speculating that it'll be an absolute bloodbath to acquire them in stores. Right? Fucking Charizard Lego set. How much do you think that's for? Those are going to sell for like $5. They're going to be worth $60 at Target. They're going to sell so much. Those will be on StockX the next day for fucking $4,000 or $5,000. And people seem to forget that these products have a massive child audience. If adults can't get their hands on these products, what chance do children have? Think to children. If a child can't have that, you know, I say good. If anything, if a child can't get it, they're like, yeah, I want to get into it, but every buying it. So I thought, this is cringe. I didn't get it. That's right. For a millennial. Well, that we use it. I will kind of say I feel less bad for the kids in this scenario and for people that have no money that's just like Pokemon. Like old guys. Like a dude in his 30s that doesn't have the bread to spend, but just bucks Pokemon. It just, he like really inspired. It's not bad in Pokemon like me, that like a mom or a dad is gonna have to fucking, go out and spend $100 on a fucking stag rip all day. Exactly. Especially when scalpers are programming bots to buy new product online seconds after they drop. It's like a streetwear scalpers or something like that, you know? I have a bad rate stars on eBay. Did you? That was scalping bot, yeah. Did it work well? I bought like shock. It was pretty cheap. Nice. This animosity towards Pokemon scalpers is starting to reach new heights, and many fear that the hoops people must jump through to get their hands on new cards is deferring potential players from joining. That was so 2012. This kid is so 2012. This fucking a little bit. Get their hands. I can send Madden Gangnam style playing into that. The new cards is deferring potential players from joining the TCG community. Okay, so what is it? If you know slang, it's slang. How bad things have gotten, look no further than the 2025 Costco rewards. Costco recently began selling Pokemon cards at marked down price. And early on said, I have no interest in ever getting into this business, but I would love for the means to just go fuck white stuff in Costco for fuck no card. Like, I've never gone Black Friday thing, and you'll die. But the I'm go argue with somebody over this that were $30 and just be like, I was here first. I 33% off. I've never seen that before. Things turned into an absolute shit show. In a recent viral clip, you can see a horde of people lined up behind a pound of boxes for 151 Blooming Waters Creek Amazon workers on Cyber Monday. New collection packs. Need something that's delivered shit. That sucks. This box contains various packs, which are very high quality. God, how fuck these people up. Yo, dude, I would get into. I'll be like on the box. I'd have some Limp Biscuit playing in my AirPods, and I would be like, what the hell, Lily? I'd get to the front. Custom had to know this was going to be. I'd start. I think the CEO was just like, absolutely. As soon as the pallet jack pulled out by a Costco employee, the organized line quickly turns into an all-out frenzy as people grab multiple boxes and stuff them into their carts. Some customers are pushed to the floor as nasty customers lunge at them to grab boxes out of their hand. It's a quick strategy: belly flop on top of all of the boxes, so you damage them and they force you to buy them, and nobody else can buy them. But even damaged, most of the packs will be okay, and we sell those boxes. It's got such a supply that you don't have any problem. But at local agent funding, you can compare agents' sales history, commission rates, and more. Be confident. Compare agents. Visit localagentfunding.com.au. Hold up.
He doesn't understand a word.
We're talking. See, jingle all the way. Also, you have performative to bring on a pallet jack. Here you go. I hope nobody. Why make such a spectacle of it? Costco runs on a schedule. It's got to be 2 p.m. That's when the new trading card product comes out, okay? In another video, you can see the older man wrap himself around another customer to wrestle a box out of his hands, only to be violently elbowed in the face, but somehow the man still continues holding on for dear life. He's like, no! Imagine getting your face caved in. Jars are. Help me now! Eventually, police had to be called to break up the giant brawl that ensued, but no arrests. That was the spoils, right? Look at all these dogs with their tails stuck between their legs. Go on home, boys. This one's for me. But because of these encounters going viral online, Costco acted by enforcing a purchase limit of 2 boxes per customer. They also started having employees and security nearby the products at all times to stop people from going crazy. Like on the SBF out like a baton, he's just like, don't make like threatening monster person. Face 2! And a little kid has 3 boxes. What is that? It got so bad that it's after Costco employees like it's worth it to go there, but not to get the butt like that one dude that was wrapped around the other guy's arm. If you're about to get a fist fight, and have called on you for $150. With preloading, you were able to get a whole case of that. Then shopping carts with then you're making like $500. The highest limit box sets allow for purchase in order to prevent customers from throwing hands. This is already just taking a walk. The value you're getting on these boxes, it cannot be worth it. It cannot be. What are the Japanese? Sorry, all these are American solutions. What are the Japanese? Is this real? Is this AI done? So they have volunteers that no. I mean, regardless of what rules are put into place, people are still getting involved for their precious Pokemon cards. And this wasn't the first time that stores had to enforce rules to prevent people from getting caught by trading cards. It happened back in 2021 when Target had outlawed like on cards that are just like on sale and being fucking camp out at 1 in the morning waiting for the fucking release so we could get it early and just rang up a bunch of cards from start fucking like literally up to the middle of the fucking pack and they're waiting for like 2 p.m. and I'm just fucking spreading shit. And typically put a stop selling chemical warfare. The fuck trading card after an intense fight broke out in a parking lot in Wisconsin. I don't know why. Almost every unruly video, it's always at Target. Always Walmart. Fair Walmart. There's a whole other breed of. It's like going on here. It's like watching Dumbledore drink that thing. I don't want to. That's what it's like having a Walmart. Go invite me cards. On the train. Yeah, you know the video. Hey, Walmart subject. He's like, like he's staring at a baby voice. It's like just a ball. Same reason. What shop? You know, all right, I don't think it's changing. What is it? The only thing they care about is guns and liquor. Flip the captain fashion. You can take the one I don't know what the hell that Japanese shit is taking. I would say that became a thing to you remember back and would like lift up Walmart shelves. Because you set it falling back behind it. So it's just like in dust and dead debris and bullets. Like, oh cool. It's like the settings on 60. Or something. One man purchased a car only to be jumped by 4 other people that wanted to steal the purchase. Like they would not be any. The man pulled a gun at which the man who assaulted him was found and arrested on charges of battery, disorderly conduct, and strangulation. I know that's not a part of like the battery assault or anything. It's like handshake children. What the hell is this? I also yes, the world, everyone apes in the world. We shouldn't give you jab. Yeah, it's worth of Pokemon cards, but it's any big card for these. But these traders cards that are worth a lot of money in there. Sorry about that. And during that same year, Walmart encountered the same because of fire between customers, they had to post signs announcing that they would be suspended due to quote inappropriate customer behavior and increased demand. But Costco isn't the only place that's uptake Pokemon fueled chaos. I've seen a lot of videos where like some 35-year-old guy will pull up and try and add parting and it's the one and it's like sitting there like taking it like because he's been waiting for hours for him to be first in line. I don't know why. Right now, already in the video, we've talked about that. Since the pandemic, we're 5 years deep into Pokemon machine we just put around get pissed off at.
Go away.
Holy he's flying. It actually is a good idea. Catching with Professor Oak help design this? Shit. What a great frog. Closing his eyes, he's like, hello, princess. Stores around the world have stolen vending machines that exclusively sell Pokemon packs. Trader Dogs, if that means anything to you, it does to me. Simply the needs to prevent unnecessary conflict. Yeah, those are the ones that are worse. I literally saw this video, and the guy was clowning, and he's like, dude, that's my big one, Steve. They're having cards on shelves. However, scalpers always find a way.
Yeah.
And in one instance, a woman spent over
Oh, where's the secret lucky one?
Nancy using a disability scooter. It was so bad that it became acceptable to film and shame people for doing this, which I do think that's nice. If you see somebody unloading an entire vending machine, because also if it was food, I would do the same thing. But this is yeah. You have one food that you want, you're pulling up to the vending machine and you're a really big fan of sour Skittles. The guy right before you playing 12 packs of Skittles that you would enjoy. That would be crazy. Anybody unloading a vending machine up like did really? What a Pokemon restock fee without 2 adults getting into a heated altercation. In the San Francisco Bay Area, a man had been sitting in his car all night to the 10 a.m. restock of Pokemon vending machine in his local grocery store. When he entered the store, he saw that someone was already using the machine. Angered by this, he starts yelling about him waiting in his car to save his him waiting in line. That doesn't make sense. I was outside, dude. He then pushes the man out the way before proceeding to sprawl his arms and legs out to stop him. This guy's just gonna get sued. Like, this guy might be an asshole for trying to rip the Pokemon card, but he was first in line. First in line, first in fucking line. Your lazy ass didn't get out of you got out of your fucking car and stood there instead of fucking sitting in your car waiting for the fucking time to open. You would probably have been there first. You could buy anything else. You could have just hung out right here for 10 minutes. It is easily, I think, a great contender for Cringe Clip of the Year, which I do think that we should start cataloging. Nominee of the Year, and the Cringe's Clip goes to man sprawling out over Pokemon movies. Hey, buddies, you need Gilbert! Gilbert! Just want to put this out there. Wrestler with a Eagles fan, loving Eagles. Eventually, they would stab him and intervene and tell him to calm down. After failing to do so, he was ultimately arrested. The victim of this altercation noted that the man started pretending to be hurt, copyright, despite no punches or anything physical. Like that. Well, I love it like old women. Remember, on camera, like, what are you doing? Henry caught body can't somebody's just cracking out. That's like my favorite. If I was an old cranky bitch, I'd do the exact same thing.
2 minutes left.
You know what I want? It could be something super small. I'm dropping to the ground. I'm telling everybody that you hit. That's what I'm doing. That's my conversations like this keep happening more frequently. These stores were also pushed to install these vending machines. Not only is ordering no longer allowed near these machines, but machine catering happened of a lot of cops on given standard. Began putting cops on purchasing their available inventory throughout the day. First, get impatient and give up. The guy who wait, but if they just like 4 different cards, so it's not even like, hey, you have to be an individual card holder. It's once this prismatic box has been bought, there's a 10-minute timer. That still sucks, though. That's such a bad fix. You get impatient and the guy who's sitting out in his car for 7 hours. You think he's not going to just go like, oh, wait. And Target, I'm just going to go to Pizza Hut. There's a Pizza Hut Target. I'm getting tired of going to Starbucks and Target. If you watched our last video about trading card game community, you may be convinced that it's exclusively composed of horrendous people. It's not always. Tuesssdayyyyyyyy Collection is a content creator that streams himself running a Pokemon card vendor. In a recent video, a customer approached him at a convention and hands him a binder built with various holographic Pokemon and encourages to give it to someone for free. Later, a young boy approached the vendor with his father. His father explains that huge collecting, was curious about it, so Coop surprised his father. We definitely did. I see everything now. Give me five parts. Give us 5 for sure, man.
Grande.
It's just a bunch of energy.
Grande.
Energy. Oh yeah, genius. I want to believe, but my putrid, small, fat heart won't let me have anything nice.
Oh, the Grande.
That's in my mind. That's what happens. All this guy does have a heart. I'm going to choose to believe this.
10K Daruma.
Anyway, so yeah, brother's more kid lets it on eBay now. What stupid thing. The striptease is a young hustler. Stranger next to him even joins it by handing him one of his most valuable rated cards. Whatever, who gives? If the kid got some free card, here's an ESA rated Pikachu. There's like beep on it, and that's a kid. It's like, what's half burned, like it was set on fire.
La grande come la
Take the dying puppy. Is this video wholesome progress now? This feels. In 2021, an 8-year-old child from Virginia named Bryson discovered that his 4-month-old black lab puppy named Bruce was diagnosed with parvo, which is like puppy cancer. Yeah. Puppy parvo's like a disease that young puppies die from. Parvo is a contagious virus that, if left untreated, has an incredibly high mortality rate in puppers. And from that day, they brought me home. One of the reasons that he made to buy a dog because that's the time they would usually get thought about. The two working separately. He was trying to see that person he lost weight, and this feeling became worse when he realized his family could not afford thousands of dollars to take the trip. In tears, he told his mom, "Die, try them, they'll die." Okay, why do you gotta? So people get their story, but why they die? First, don't go. Take off your angel wings, bro. Don't fly away yet. But soon after, came home from school for paper advertising for Pokemon yard sale. He hoped he could sell his Pokemon collection, which his mom referred to as his most prized possession, to raise enough money for the treatment. Oh my god, he has like a very expensive $2 million garden, even prime position. And this guy's like, yeah, I'll help your dog. Here's $5,000. Thank you. Just fucking runs to his car. The dumbass kid. By a highway. You can live on a highway like, please stop. So my dog doesn't fly to heaven. He don't die. Dog, he don't die. I hate that it's tugging on my heartstrings too. I'm like, I feel so bad for the kid. Some of his neighbors paid him a visit, purchased a car. I got a neighbor who's like, what is it? Like, give you $3, kid. All right. Thank you. That's not enough to clip his wings. He doesn't like that. All right. But he's not making much money early on. When it was discovered why he was trying to raise money, the news started to spread. His mother started advertising the stand on Facebook as well, which brought tons of new marketing at people. Friends then helped her set up a GoFundMe page, which quickly raised over $28,000. That's why Bryson's willingness to give up his favorite thing in order to save his dog. People started donating their own Pokemon collections to help them free of charge so he could keep it going.
Basic trading coming.
That's right. My dog's not couldn't look healthy. Look how skinny he is. Oh my god. You're so bad. Oh my god. Your dog is fat, Bardo. He looks perfectly fine. Your dog looks like he could run a mile. But Wayne Riggs really almost puppies did you see it? I don't want to believe that's Fargo.
Thursday, fucking block.
Keep talking to the camera and get people to the side. I would want to see about picture of stunning. It really choked up. Fargo. At one point, employees working for Pokemon Go even sent him rare facts over hearing about the story. Awesome. And in the end, Bruce saving the beach trees and some good health. Leftover money was used to help several other families who struggled with afford health care for their dogs. Goodness, this dog in town, dude. You know, my dog died like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the bed's kind of like, I don't know why they gave this. There must be something on the water for these clubs. I got one of those. She's like, what happened? There's 2 packs. Well, you get paid for the surgery. Like, wouldn't it not have been cool if Pokemon stepped in and were like, who pays for the dog surgery? All right, so that was heartwarming as shit. Let's get back to the fuck and talk about how Pokemon collecting can go horribly wrong. Starting with some particularly bleak Reddit posts. Happens. Right down the mood, right? All filtered through Nick, you're like the character of a person being mega focused. $100,000 in debt for football cards? What's the court buying? Like, what's the buying old packs that are down? Right? I'm sure there he's buying already graded PSA 10. What's he doing? Is he fucking getting like old like 2008 fucking packs that are just like boxes, spending fucking grand on that? Well, through 70,000 of debt. But he's like, I get it, Tucky. And something. We got 27,000 more to pay on. Thank God she's so good at sex. You never have to accept the top my cards. Cards. That's just all it is. It's all what it is. You would have to have many cards free to get about 100 grand on that. Selling those cards would take so fucking long. Even if you went random trading card fucking store, they're not gonna buy your. What? I would say like the obvious solution: leave this person. This is the segment is now me responding to the Reddit vote. I'm going to give you the solution. Right? Answers only. Leave this person. If you have to physically say, "How can I physically stop it?" Because then you're people will be like, "Sorry, I'm strange over there." I mean, what was the future? Right? Hey, it's all about this. I'm going to do it. Who are you? Oh, so he is flying. Probably flying. I mean, Brock, you got cut off, man. You're cut off. Sorry. That was 11 days. That post was 11 days ago. The 100. Maybe. Get a sizzling summer deal on your mobile plan with a massive right now. You get a massive 120 gigs of data for just $30. Amazing. Anyway, for over 65 years, we've been putting the bing in your day. Great service, great brands, and great value. And a huge branch to choose from. Come and see for yourself. In-store and online. Anyway, better living every day.
Did you know feeding your dog every night is easy? Micro is real food that's snack frozen for freshness. It's gently cooked and pre-portioned, so all you need to do is to cook and serve. See the real food difference for yourself with Riker and get 30% off your first 2 orders today.
I think it's the hatch, like here. That's random. I what I got hit recently. Start my ads, collect card, go myself. It was okay because I was collecting something. Look that. It's not just pounds here. A quickly to and a leech. Spending about 300 euros a week on ads. I see that they should have fun. It's like a more satisfying gambling. I would say it's the in between like table games and slots because there's like a level of history behind it. Obviously, on whether or not you're going to make money, but it's still colorful, shiny art. It's like a old fashioned slot machine. You're back and you're getting 9 how many cards? 9, 10, 11 cards. Get a lot of fucking cards, and most of them are worth fucking asking. But you get to the end. Like you're about
That's hard.
cracking patch. It is like gambling addiction. Because I think it's the same thing as people who are addicted to slots. Numbers or like the sounds and all that stuff. Even just the crinkling of the packaging, that something. I've said this before on our Magic channel. If you're going to get into actually collecting, you don't have to buy packs. I just buy the same. Even if you're like, oh, I don't know this shirt for $200. It's so weird. I have a friend that does that. I have a friend that's really in. He knows a few packs to play. Well, whenever he plays Magic Gathering, he has fucking 5,000 cards. But he handpicks, like he knows whatever card does. He builds that of on cards. He builds fucking whatever he wants. Buy the card for fucking 4 cents. Wow. Yeah, the cards are 5,000, but you're not getting on gambling because you're buying what it would be all worth, which is way cheaper than if you had a fucking pack every single card that $200, and then you find out that you spent $1,000 trying to own it in packs. Just pick up the card that you like, save up for the card that you want, just hold your collection, and then let it improve value that way. 100 pack. I tried selling it out of the cards. But I lost them. Things spiral out of control. I opened all of these demolitions packs that I ordered 80 plus. I found myself chasing my loss for packs of online casinos. I lost over €1,000 an hour. I realized that I seem to be focused on 30 but it's a real my life. I kind of thought you're taking the piss out of a guy who's like genuinely asking for help. Like it's like an actual tragic story. You can go to gambling addiction therapy, gambling addiction. Or go to Vegas. Every great gambler doesn't stop. There was one battle. It's not something that you should make fun of it at all. But what it's crazy to see, I gamble in Atlantic City a lot. From here. You could go to Atlantic City, and I'm assuming the same thing as Vegas, but in Vegas, a lot of people travel from far and wide. In Atlantic City, there's a lot of degenerate there. People like the guy that's like
California, everything is impossible.
funny, you know? Yeah, I grab my like whenever you go to the don't be mad. Get away from changing it all around. Open up more prismatic packs. Prismatic packs, or get open a couple more credit cards. Sure, they have that. My flag so that's very important card. So my wife and my son have one card at the library. After work, I see this son all the new cards trading for. Besides, my heart sinks with something with charms on it.
Stop! Surely.
Son, you got blazes! If you would be creeped about, he had like 30 PX or VV star cards. They're all gone, replaced by a bunch of things. Wow. It's not even enough.
Beautiful colors.
You know what? You're still learning all this. In life, you get I happened with you with videos. Oh, that's
Yes,
I didn't thank you. I was sick. Still like, I have to go do more like oh, computer. Oh. Slifer, my boy, this you're just like, oh, that's sweet. I remember one time I think I cried. Well, because you don't need a real card to play in tournament, but if you're playing with your friends, you could genuinely print out a picture of a card and use them. And it doesn't matter because it's still usable. Make a custom deck with card that you don't know. Just gonna try to show you guys all your stuff is fake. Mr. Believer. All right, I want that. Why? Please. John. Okay. All right, let's run those part of the sheet goblins. This one should happens, right?
6-7.
Be all right. Yeah, how about you go play Texans out of this? No, X. Melbourne car theft crisis. Store owners across Melbourne are living in fear after a string of robberies early this year, targeting various collectible shops. In a recent particularly gruesome Aussie collectible was broken into, which can be seen on released surveillance video, indicate robbers may down over 100. Oh, they're just weird. Just be like, oh, this here. Oh, dude, treat the shit like that would not be treating it like it's glory if you had that big of a stock. South Ellsberg Diamonds or something. God damn. The same occurred over at Blackness Bar weeks prior, which lost over $20,000 equivalent cards after only being open for about a month. That's the bummer. Because of this, the owner is unsure if it should keep the place running. No. Hunter tip, no. One car store owner admits that it had trouble sleeping at night, often waking up at a pen for a check and see if security cameras are sugar at night. Other stores have I'll just sleep in the store if I am about that nervous. I can pull out a cot in the back, walk back, shop the lay low, or perhaps just halt the sale of Pokemon cards altogether. There have been 6 that they found. I feel like a guy steals Pokemon cards. Probably not. They're more out one of what part of the word funny because I doubt they're being card store robbery that willing to fucking hurt. Within the past 8 months, it is believed these recent events are all connected in the same way. For now, those aren't stores for robbing. 8 months. Crazy. Like I would not leave them in the glass. That would make me disgusted. It'd be like somebody can just throw a rock through the window and take everything. They have a big ass security guard sitting there. It's like tiny. Wait, 6 feet from the same store. Sits in the room, whatever. Again, like go in. You wake up and you like a giant ogre club. That's what I would do. Breaks all the cases, ruins everything. Like nothing else. Like what? Occurred when innocent people were out. Some people, however, are not as lucky. Let's talk about the $70,000 Pokemon card heist. The card shop in Osaka, Japan. Sorry, I got excited. Was hit by a quickly dressed in dark shirts, steal some valuable Pokemon cards. They worked the store at 3:30 a.m. on a glitching hour. So see that two employees are person. The need I'd say time. While some people are well versed in Pokemon TCG and know exactly what constitutes a value that much for a fucking Pikachu card, or others are absolutely clueless and just see Pokemon card collecting as like a payday. Do you think Pokemon card stores have insurance on the amount of value of their like product? But see, forget it. Frantic discussion with the title of that's something risky. Asking for advice what cards they should steal to make them out of money. Scared for their life, they both started helping them pick the best cards. Pick the worst ones. Okay. Yep. They ended up leaving us all $70,000 worth of valuable cards, as well as employees' phones and wallets. Oh shit! Luckily, nobody was injured. Sadly, the investigation has not yet led to any arrests. Okay, oh yeah, a Japanese store, like any store that are going to rob this. On the topic of Pokemon robberies, you'd be surprised to find out that these thefts are one of the most notable Pokemon heists. Let's talk about the biggest Pokemon robbery. Photos and service online alleging that one or more employees involved in printing cards for the Pokemon Company may be stealing rare fusion strike cards off a line and selling them to that crazy. No, that's crazy. That's easy. You work at a factory that makes Pokemon cards. They pick up fly by top them into the market. That's some diamond phenomenon. That's fucking gossip mining goes into car store to make massive profit. The image showcased a ludicrous amount of incredible value in product. Wow. And they're not even fake. They print those off the factories. Yeah, I know. There's some people who are like this. Oh, sorry, fellas. Close your gobs and listen up. Trading Card World, one of the local stores that the thief was attempting to sell to, refused to do business.
Thank you.
To improve their legitimacy, Pokemon card printing company and the shop worker immediately reported him to the Pokemon. Big bundle of oopsie daisy. Investigation began and was quickly discovered that he was supposed to the man was custody soon after. And the video is binder, where this is somebody that wanted the same one chart of all of them. But much of the information regarding the case has been confidential. Many people dissecting the image and its contents estimated that the man could have very likely made off with over $300,000 if he had just been patient and sold the car slowly over time. Why would he do that? Get that money now, Ted. He literally could have quit. It's looking at Pokemon cards way to make a pretty penny. Just know that it's no different from buying stocks or gambling, except it's probably a problem. Honestly, I feel like if you have a good running, yeah, money. I think Pokemon cards is inherently not as bad that it's gambling because you're repeating stuff for value. But yeah, I don't know if like you're more likely to win